Welcome back to Conscious Pathways. This is Dennis, and for today's episode, I'll be walking with you on my own, as Chris will not be joining me this time. Our focus is Big Brother Within, how Orwell's vision lives not only around us, but within us. Big Brother is watching you. With those chilling words, George Orwell's 1984 introduced the world to a society under constant surveillance. Cameras, microphones, telescreens, all working to remind people that they were never truly alone, never free from watchful eyes. But Orwell's genius was not just in describing external control. His deeper warning was about how surveillance creeps into our inner world. When we start monitoring ourselves, censoring our thoughts, and policing our own hearts, Big Brother does not need to knock on our door. He's already moved in. Today, surveillance has many faces. Cameras on every corner, phones that track our location, algorithms that predict our desires before we even know them. But beyond the technology, there's a subtler layer, the way we edit ourselves for approval. On social media, we carefully filter what we post, fearful of judgment or misunderstanding. At work, we silence ideas that feel too risky, afraid of being labeled. Even in personal conversations, we sometimes swallow words that feel too vulnerable. This is how external surveillance turns inward. We become our own censors, tightening the leash around our own expression. Orwell called it thought crime in 1984. The idea that even private thoughts could betray you. In his world, the party didn't just control actions, it aimed to control the very landscape of the mind. And while we don't live under such a regime, the echo is real. Today, many silence themselves, not because of official punishment, but out of fear of judgment, rejection, or misunderstanding. In that sense, the harshest thought police are often the ones we carry inside, the inner critic, the conditioned voice, the watchful presence that tells us to stay small. Think of the inner critic, that voice that tells you, don't say that, don't feel that, don't be that. It whispers that you are too much or not enough. It shames you before anyone else gets the chance. This inner surveillance is powerful. Over time, it can shrink our lives until we're living in a mental prison of self-judgment. But awareness changes everything. When we notice the voice, we can ask, whose words are these? Are they truly mine? Or echoes of conditioning, culture, or fear? When have we caught ourselves silencing our truth before anyone else? The awakening journey begins by seeing the Big Brother within, not to wage war against it, but to meet it with compassion. Because the moment we realize that voice is not our essence, space opens up. In that space, something softer can arise. Big compassion within. A presence that says, you are safe to be, you are safe to grow, you are safe to speak your truth. So as you walk forward this week, I invite you to notice. Notice the moments when self-surveillance shows up. And instead of bowing to it, pause breathe, and offer yourself a quiet kindness. The path of awakening is not about silencing the critic. It's about listening deeply enough to hear the voice beneath it, the voice of your own freedom. If this message resonates with you, we'd love for you to follow the podcast and walk this path with us. Together we are learning not just to survive under watchful eyes, but to awaken into lives of courage, compassion, and truth.